Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Fantasy Island Season 1, Episode 3. If you were new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. So we don't have any comments from last week's videos. We just gonna jump on right into this review. We starting off. Ruby then walked up with her breakfast in tow and she eating like she used to eat when she was in her doggone early 20s. And Elena was like, "Is that for both of us?" She's like, "No, this for me." She said, "I got my toast, I got my eggs, I got a slice of ham, I got me some bacon, and I got me some whole milk." She's like, "I ain't trying to drink no almond milk or no oat milk." But y'all, just seeing her be able to eat food that she used to eat, it just reminded me that I can no longer eat like that. I'm telling y'all, when I was younger, like I could eat everything and not gain weight. But like I don't know what happened, like between age 25 and 27, my body said, "Nope, this is where we stop. The ride stops here." Those days of you just eating everything you want to are gone. And now sweets is the thing that I can't really handle. Y'all, I love Ghirardelli or the Ghirardelli chocolate. I love it. I got some last week and I was eating. I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is really really sweet." And I can't really handle this. And I didn't know what to do with myself because like I love this chocolate, but I can't eat it like that. Same thing with dairy. I used to make fun of my brother all the time that he couldn't handle milkshakes like that and having stomach bubbling and stuff like that. But I found when I was drinking me a strawberry milkshake from Chick-fil-A that I can't do it no more. And I'm mad because I like they strawberry milkshake. It's like sweets can't eat no more. Like I can't eat it like I used to. Dairy, my stomach's like, "Girl, you might not want to do that." I know TMI, but I'm like, man, all the stuff that I like, I can't handle. It's like, am I getting to the? I mean, I know I'm only 36 years old. But have I gotten to that age where my body is not letting me eat like I used to? Like I can't, my body not handling dairy and sweets like that? Because if so, I'm gonna be upset because I am the person who makes the baked macaroni and cheese when I go home to my mama's house for Christmas. So much so that I'm doggone it, haven't even baked it yet. And my nephew, he's sitting there talking about, "Can I get like a little scoop out?" No, sir. Wait till I doggone it added more cheese to the top and put it in the oven so it get nice and brown on the top. And as soon as it gets brown on the top, my nephew, "Can I get?" I love my baked macaroni and cheese, but I'm like, am I gonna be able to eat it? Cause if so, I'm like, I'm not gonna want to make it if I'm not gonna be able to if I ain't gonna be able to eat it. So I'm up there going through all the emotions, like, man, what would it be to be back in my early 20s where I can eat all I want to and not gain weight, and I can handle eating sweets and dairy again. So we have Eileen. She is a new guest, y'all. She will always be Angie from All My Children to me. I don't care what role she is in. I think her name is Debbie Morgan, but she will always be Angie to me. When me and my mama see her, it's like, "Oh, that's Angie." Yep, that's Angie. She's there because her daughter put her out of her life. Now, the daughter didn't just do it for no just regular reason. She was watching her grandson Freddie. When he went to sleep, she thought it was a good idea to go next door to a karaoke party, leaving him alone by himself. And then she got an attitude talking about some, "It's not like I left him at a bus station with a kidnap me sign." It's like, no, ma'am. You left your grandbaby. He was a baby in the house by himself. So you can go next door and sing karaoke? Uh-uh. Her fantasy is to be with her daughter and her daughter's family and they can be all together again. I was like, okay, cool. Professor Wakefield is another guest. He's like a, I don't want to say it. Did they say he's physics or astronomer? But I forgot what they said he was. Y'all apologize. But he like looking at the stars and stuff and all that stuff. But his fantasy is to experience something that can't be explained by science. He is a very okay, science explains everything. Show me something that isn't explained by science. I was like, okay, there's a lot going on there because Ruby, she was in her 80s, looking like she freshly 21. Yeah. So Eileen, she's sitting there and she sees her daughter, son-in-law, and grandson on the beach. So she goes up there to talk to them, but ain't nobody answering her. Now she just thinks that the daughter's being rude and disrespectful, and not talking to her. I say if you had if you had noticed the grandson wasn't looking in your direction. Yeah, the daughter and the son-in-law, they grown, so they know how to ignore. But a baby, if he like, oh, it's not grandma, hey, they would have did something like that, or they'd been looking like, hi, who are you? They would have done something like that. But once you did not see your grandson like look in your direction, you should have known something was off. So she goes to Elena and realizes that she is invisible, and the only people that can see her are Elena and Ruby. Now, this is kind of, how can I say this? She's not taking this too well because she's all about, it's me, I'm here, I'm the life of the party. Look at me. And now she's invisible. Yeah. So Elena shows her what her daughter was feeling when she was younger. Because she's like, oh, yeah, my daughter, she had a wonderful time. We used to travel from this location and this location. We had fun. And she had already listened to her daughter saying, yeah, when we went here and there and all that other stuff. But her daughter, she was transported back to when her daughter was younger. She thought she was giving her daughter experiences. Oh yeah, you get to live here in Bali, and you get to live here in Himalayas, and you get to live here in all these other places. Yeah, those daughter was living there, but she wasn't spending time with her mom because her mom was a model, and she was out doing her job, and I guess leaving her with the nannies in the area or something like that, a babysitter or whatever. So she didn't have her mom, and that's what she wanted. Like these experiences is fine, these places. This is a memory I'll have forever. But what I wanted was having my mom there. Dr. Wakefield, he's exploring the stars and all that stuff, and then like a scarf came out of nowhere. He's like, what the? And he turns around and he sees footsteps in the sand. Now this would have been my cue to get up out of there. I know it's Fantasy Island and still. That's why one, I wouldn't be going nowhere like that because y'all keep that mess over there. I ain't trying it. So he follows the steps to a room, sees the door open, sees the light come on, sees when she sits on the bed, there's a dent in the bed, and he was looking like, okay, obviously I'm tripping. Well, Eileen sees him looking at her, but she know he can't see her, so she goes to the window and breathes, "Hi, I'm Eileen." Freaking him out. Would have done the same thing to me. So he takes off quick, fast, and in a hurry, and gets up out there and go back to his room. She didn't follow him there. Like basically, don't be scared. I come in peace. Ooh, in peace. I don't know where that list came from. This is when these two realize that they can communicate while if they're like holding hands. So they like strike up somewhat like a little friendship. And as they're talking, she realizes that she's been self-centered. She was a model, so she was the center of attention. She lived it always, people. She walking in the room. Oh, Eileen's here, and she's always look at me, look at me. But now she's met Charlie, who sees her, even though she's invisible. I was like, see, isn't that something? You doggone and finding somebody who actually sees you, who can't see you. Mm-mm-mm. So Charlie tries to help her. Tries to help. They had a conversation, and she said some stuff that made him mad, and doggone, he walked off, and he was going to his room because he was gonna leave. And when we first saw him, he was, oh, I'm sorry, this room is a mess. You had two bags on the bed, but first of all, bags on the bed is another thing. You was traveling with these bags. These bags should be on the floor. But okay, all his shirts and pants is all nice and neat. But when he was about to leave, he was just throwing stuff in there. But then him and Eileen came together, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been self-centered. That's how I've always been, and you've been a good friend to me." So he tries to reunite her with her daughter. So he goes over there. Hey, my name is Charles, but my friends call me Charlie because Eileen called him Charlie. Yeah, yeah, that's good. My name is. Theodora. Oh, Theodora. My friend Eileen has a daughter named Theodora. You really? Eileen said this? Yeah, that's my friend. She told me so much about you. Eileen standing there and seeing everything. She's like, is my mama here? Because I can smell my mama's perfume on you. He's about to freak out, but Eileen goes to touch her daughter, and she apologizes because all the things she did wrong in the past, and I admit I was wrong, and she's gonna try to make things right. And after she finally apologized to her daughter, she was able to be seen again. And I was like, okay, look at that. You no longer invisible. That's good for you. So they didn't made up, and she got her little new boo now and Charlie. And I was like, oh, that's nice. Y'all met when he didn't even see you, and he was liking you and kissing you while you was invisible. But lastly, Ruby, she's been going through it because she's been trying to contact Mayo, but she can't do that. The island is not letting her do that. It's just like she wants to hear his voice and everything. But somehow Elena was able to get, some pictures of the grandbabies and the kids and mail and some letters that he has written her. So, in one of her chairs, her favorite chair that she loves to rock in, like some things so she won't feel as sad. I was like, that was nice of you, Elena. But Elena, she don't seem like she know how to be a friend. She's not used to having friends, so she doesn't know how to act like a friend. But I was like, oh, that was good. That was nice. I like that. I really enjoyed this episode. How she started off with like being very self-centered, and it's always about me, 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 and then having nobody to see her. And finally, when somebody was able to see her without seeing her, I guess kind of sort of changed her view on herself, and realizing my daughter, it wasn't the places, it's me that she wanted to be with. So yeah, so y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means leave a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on. So when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you share it with your people. You can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, oh, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell that people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.